What's going on, guys? Bayou Pablo. Welcome to the channel. Today we've got the second installment in the commentary series. Not gonna lie, on this one I end up getting a little bit of a slow start, but my two teammates that I play with end up going absolutely ham. We pick up a chicken dinner on Sanhok. Let's get into it. Right into the game. We're going hot drops right now, about 4 or 5 games in a row. We've been trying to just warm up. It's typically what we do. We pick boot camp right off the bat. And we do see that there's about 2 or 3 squads that land here. We land generally in this similar area, get a little bit of looting going. Got a spaz and an ump right now. Get a syringe, first blood. They're both in that 3-story building over there to my top left. I still have a little bit of things I need to grab, and I also think that there's someone at the top right. I did see him land there. Kind of get a little bit of a height advantage, peek over the area. I don't see him over there. They get that second kill. I'm not sure if that was him or not, so I am going to still go over there and peek those buildings. I don't think there's anybody else in their building at the moment, so I'm good. Again, I do want to check top right, make sure that building's clear, and then I'm going to push up to them. Make a little insane jump. Parkour. I rotate over to the building that I want to check. I'm also looking for another gun to replace the shotgun. I end up getting a mutant a little bit later to replace it, which is exactly what I wanted. Probably overcheck that, but better safe than sorry. We know we got a little corner of boot camp where there's nobody here. And there's probably at least a squad or 2 on the other side. They're already pushing. Push up a little bit more. I think we go about a minute without seeing anybody before this exfil pops up. This emergency airdrop, I should say. And immediately we're gonna go push them. We don't want to let them hop out of here. Just seeing all the kills that we're getting, and honestly got scared. I was gonna wrap around right side, but I think it's a little quicker to go up mid, pop a door open and try to get a little distraction going before we can hop out on the plane. Fingers gets the kill. There's a lot of different little distraction things that you can kind of do. I'll probably end up making a tips and tricks video later. Fingers ends up grabbing the chute and getting out of there, but yeah, a little tips and tricks video or something like that, and probably cover a little area of just distraction. I do have a video that I've posted about smokes, and I think it can be a distraction, of course, but there's just so many little 200 IQ things you can do. I got a cheek pad for fingers, so I gotta let them know real quick I'm coming to give it to them. So we drop that. Pretty sure boot camp's clear at this point. We finished up the looting that we're doing, and I'm ready to rotate out of here. I hit this complex over here. Black is following me, and my plan right now is to go from this complex to the next. And at some point, Fingers does call out that he's got 2 emergency airdrops on the roof. I don't know if that just goes over my head or if I just choose to keep looting, but he was meaning that he's about to pop one. We loot for just a second more, and I'm about ready to go to the next complex. He calls out that he sees people on top of the mountain. I want to say to the east. And that's when I realize that he's about to take that and go. I don't even notice that it's popped until now. Black's already turned around running back there. I'm headed. I don't make it there in time. They shoot off. He did say there's a second one. I go run and grab it, get it set up, and get ready to meet them over there. I'll wait a while. I think I actually got up and went and did something. Finally, it lets me pop the chute, because you gotta wait 1:10. If you don't know, if someone pops a chute anywhere in the map, you have to wait even if you have one in your inventory. So I finally get it deployed. I skipped through the whole waiting process of sitting here. Eventually they do get into a fight up there with the guys they're talking about, but it does take a while, fortunately. But in just a second, I know I'm about to hear some shots get fired off. Again, there's the shots, so I know they're engaged. I'm trying to get there. I want to say it's 30 seconds before this plane gets here. I look at the map. I honestly could have just ran there. It would have been quicker, but I wanted to show up in style at this point. Black goes down. I'm a little worried with just 2 of us in squads that we're not going to be able to cover. He ends up getting one of the knocks. I hear him say something about going to knock Black. You see the shots pop on him where he's about to finish him. He gets that kill, and I hear the shot stop, so I think they're in the clear for a second. Finally, my plane gets here. really weird angle. It's not actually going towards them at all, so I'll pop as soon as I think I'm at the right angle. And I'm just trying to gather as much information as I can. Sanhok's a low visibility map, so when I'm way up here, I'm just trying to see if there's anybody I can ping, give them information. They're knocked one with a nade, and then they get the second knock. So I'm pretty confident I'm not jumping into a full squad. They call out something about rotating left. I think about going over them. I think I have a little bit more cover than I actually do over here. And I see the smoke, so I pop over here and something really dumb ends up happening. I know I'm probably going to take damage. I see one of them immediately pop up to go get shots. Parachute ends up falling right in my line of vision. Apparently I did get a couple taps on them right before I get domed, because they clean up the two guys with the rock in the tree. First one down, second one popped, and I get the assist. So I did get some shots there. And we're clear. We have a few minutes here. Black picks me up, gets me pulled over up here by the rock, gets a quick res. All fingers loops. Speed through that real quick. Quick med, quick boost. And then we're rolling. At this point, we're looking at 35 people alive. We find a crate, that's always good. Black takes everything. Really sweaty. He ends up getting an AWM. And of course, level 3. We roll up to the squad. Get my first knock. Finally, I'm in the game. Ends up being my first kill. I think I do put on a good bit of work with the mutant. It's one of my favorite weapons to rock at the moment. 2 times is pretty steady on it. Got 2 guys rotating in from the right. I only see one at this moment. Get a couple double taps on him. Fingers cleans him up. I call out the second one rotating from the right side. Finger cleans him up again. Guy at the complex ends up going down. But yeah, this mutant 2-tap, even though I'm at this distance, he goes down right here. I do want to point out right before this moment that this was kind of where we started getting really good team comp. We stick together the rest of the game. Huge emphasis on communication. Of course, you can't hear us through the mic right now, but our comms are very on point. It's what ends up helping us in this game. We even talk about it after the game. I like the range that I stay at. I get a lot of damage and a lot of assist points. And Fingers is able to be in the front using his completely kitted out Vector to clean up these kills. I'm just happy to see Blood Splatter with these double taps. I know it's getting up to at least half health with 2, 3, 4, 7.62s going into him. Got this ghillie suit sitting in the trees. Again, it works perfectly. I stay at range, they push up. If he pops out, I'm going to dome him. He does end up popping out with a couple shots here, which is really disappointing. I thought I had him there. Ends up disappearing behind the rock. Zone's closing. So we're rotating left, of course, going uphill. We know we've got some people to the left as well, but we got to clean up this kill first. Good bit of shots ring in. I don't know how many hit him, but I know he's weak. Especially after I shot him a couple times. Fingers cleans it up. So not that many people alive. We're getting close to final circle. We get a bad placement. Fingers comes over, make sure there's no dirt on my butt, and we're out of here. Get my second assist. So now we got this complex popped up over here. With the circle the way it closed, it's pretty fortunate that it didn't close on that complex, because that's a little bit more of a pain. There's guaranteed to be somebody in there. He sees him, domes him with the AWM. I accidentally roll a grenade down the hill right here. I tell everybody run, move, get out the way. And unfortunately I didn't kill a friendly because that would have just been ridiculous. Get a good placed nade in the center of town in case anybody's rotating out. I see the smoke. I think I only have one more nade at this point. I end up absolutely launching this nade. It disappears. I don't think I get quite close enough to the smoke. I don't even think anybody's in that smoke, but it's clear. We see that MG3 right there, which gets brought up later. Fingers points it out when we get a little bit closer to the end. He ends up staying in late. I get 2 call-outs over here from Black. I go rush over to help him. By the time I get my nade thrown out there and I get a couple shots pulled up, he says he's got 2 people on him. Pulls up an absolutely nutty 2-piece. I don't even get a chance to pop any of them. He just cleans it up. So at that point, once they're down, we got 10 alive. Very small circle. But really, we have 7 alive with 3. Very similar rotation from earlier. I had 2 people running from the right through the woods. I get that again. First one pops out. I call him out. Get a couple shots. See the second one. I say same spot, same direction, running. Pop him. Get him quick with 1 tap. Thinking he was damaged from that blue. Remember Finger saying something about not realizing he was not. He rolls up, but does clean up the kill. I think he's pushing harder because he thinks they're still alive. They're not. That was a team wiped. So now it's a 3v1. We think we have this in the bag. Again, the MG3 that I brought up from earlier, this dude's sitting with a ghillie with an MG3 somewhere. Sitting still is really not a smart idea. We're popping smokes, we're popping flashbangs, just making noise, trying to get this guy's attention. I see this red mark, I think it's where they're saying he's at. I hear the shots, I look over to my right, he's actually on that rock, and boom, game's over. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.